Hello and happy Wednesday. This week has been crazy, or not this week and last week together combined have been a crazy grad school storm of total happiness and fear and everything, and I'm exhausted. I've basically been working on homework from Saturday till I was at my office until like 9 something tonight, and I am finally done, and I am here making this video for you. And let me just tell you how much I love you. This video is the only thing standing between me and pretzels dipped in pudding. The video comes first, just for you guys. Think about that. Next time you think about commenting and then don't comment. You should comment. Anyway, what am I doing? I'm talking about the topic. This week's topic is pressure to transition, or to not transition. And I have a lot to say about that. I wish I wasn't so tired, because I think I could make a really good video about this. But will you please settle for a mediocre kind of stream of consciousness video? Because that's all I can provide you. Okay? Okay. Let's begin. So I guess we can kind of cut this into two. And first we'll say pressure to transition. And I feel like I do feel pressure to transition sometimes, but I don't ever really feel it from people directly telling me that I should transition. Meaning that I don't feel like I have a group of friends who says you should transition, because really I don't have trans friends, and I don't really have queer friends, except some. I have some, mostly those who I met through genderqueer chat, so we're already pretty genderqueerish. I've talked about my lack of queer friends before, but yeah, I definitely don't feel a pressure to transition. I can see where that could play in, but no, I don't feel that at all. And let's talk about pressure not to transition. I want to talk about that because I've been thinking about it since JT made their last video. So basically, I want to talk about two things. First, oh shit, I didn't finish talking about why I feel pressure to transition. So I'll talk about that. So the reason that I feel pressure to transition is because sometimes okay guys, let's roll it in again. Alright, so I think that my feelings of pressure to transition and my feelings of pressure not to transition go hand in hand. So in JT's video, JT talked about the idea of pressure from the community, the queer community, or the genderqueer community, not to transition. And I feel like that's something I struggle with quite a bit, not because I feel pressure not to transition, because I don't really plan on transitioning, probably not anyway, but sometimes I think along the lines of I wish, or I fear, that everybody who is born female and genderqueer, more towards the male side of things, will transition. And I have this fear in me that I will kind of be like the only one left, and that's crappy. And I don't want to feel that way, because it's not fair. It's not fair to the other people in my community. And I really do think that It should be everybody's choice whether or not they transition. I mean, different people feel the need to or not to, and I don't think it's easy for them. And I don't think it's the easy way out or anything like that, but sometimes I'm just trying to explain why some people, maybe who don't think it through as far as I do, would put pressure on people not to transition. Because it is scary, the idea that the amount of people who are visibly gender variant is getting smaller. If you guys disagree with me on whether or not that's the case, let me know. But I kind of feel like that. And I'm actually really interested in studying reasons for transition in some form for my master's thesis, because I don't think that, I don't know, but I don't have enough time to keep talking about that part. So my feeling of pressure to transition is sometimes like an internal thing. Sometimes when I hear of other people considering transition, it really scares me, because I feel like maybe they are very similar to me, and it's scary to be the one left behind, kind of deal. Yeah. So I guess that's my answer to this week's video. And I kind of feel hesitant in putting this out because sometimes I do feel like sometimes I really do desire transition. I am pretty genderqueer, and lately I've been deciding that I'm pretty damn gender fluid too. And things shift and change, and I feel that I can work on them shifting and changing, but sometimes they shift and change on their own. And there have been times in my life where transition has been something that I've considered, and I don't want to rule that out as, you know, a consideration in the past, or if I decide to transition in the future, I don't want it to be seen as doing it because of fear or something. But I think that in sharing my thoughts and fears about pressure to transition versus not transition, it kind of makes it clear that it's not something I would do unless I felt like it was necessarily the right thing for me. So, yeah. So yeah, I feel pressure to transition sometimes, not necessarily by people telling me that I should, but because I feel that a lot of people similar to me are, and I just want to be able to relate to the world, and I fear that, sorry, I'm a little bit sick, I fear that if I'm the only one left, that it will be different, that people won't know that people like me exist, because I'm not a butch lesbian. So that's that. I am really tired, so I hope this comes out. And if you watched to the end, you are super special. Super special. Okay, I gotta get some pudding and then go to bed. Good night.